Hello there. Good afternoon, I guess is the right thing to say. Hello there. My name's Anna Lundberg, and I'm the founder of One Step Outside, where we help people around the world create a business and build a lifestyle that brings them more freedom, flexibility and fulfillment. And I just wanted to pop on for a very short little video here with some quick tips, actually in answer to a question that came in last weekend. I've been asking people to share their questions, and I'm going to be answering those to the extent that I can over the next few weeks. So if you have any questions, do comment on the video or send me a personal message. So this is all around building a business, whatever stage you're at, from just the idea stage through to getting things off the ground, building your brand and so on. So throw anything at me and I'll do my best to answer in the coming weeks and months. I'm always happy to create resources to help you. But today's question, very quickly, was actually around a business idea. And the question was, okay, Anna, I have this idea, I think it's great, what do I do now? So you're certainly not at the stage where you can quit your job, you have no idea if it's something you're really going to enjoy, if it has legs, but what on earth do you do? You've sort of been sitting on it for a while, you talk to people about it, you don't really do anything about it, so what do you do? And the first thing I want you to think about is defining what that idea actually is. So you may have this kind of vague idea of what you want to do as a business, but are you really clear on what that could look like? So grab a pen, and in fact, before I dig into the details, if you want to, you can get my worksheet that you can use if you rewatch this video afterwards, or you can watch it now as well. That worksheet is at onestepoutside.com/business idea. So onestepoutside.com/business idea. You can sign up there, you'll get an email, no spam, I promise, and you'll just have a few pages of worksheets that you can follow along with the video later on. But the first question is really to get into the nitty-gritty of what your idea is. So what problem are you actually solving? Who is your ideal client? What is your unique offering? What kind of products and services will you have? What are the benefits that you provide? How are you going to be different to your competitors? What investments do you need? What help do you need? And so on. So really getting into the business model. And unless you do that, you don't really know, if this is something that's going to have legs or if it's just kind of a pipe dream. But definitely worth getting it down on paper as a first step. Don't just let it sort of flitter away. Excuse me for that. So that's the first one in terms of what exactly is your idea. Now the second one is checking those ideas that you have, and you may have several, against your personal criteria. And if you've been following me for a while, you know that I'm all around imagining what success looks like for you, thinking about your personal values, your career criteria in terms of the lifestyle that you want to lead and so on. So if you're going to build a business, whether it's sort of a side hustle alongside your full-time job or if it's a full-time endeavour, you really do need to make sure that that business, if successful, is going to fit with those criteria. So make sure you check it against your values, the hours you want to work, the kind of lifestyle that you want to lead, your family and so on. So that's number two. The third one I would say is to test it. So you have this idea now, you think it's going to work with your lifestyle, you really need to go out there and check it with real people. So whether that's, talking to some friends and family, that's sort of a first step, but certainly getting out there, talking to your ideal clients on the phone, in person, do a survey, run a quick Facebook ad campaign to see how people respond. Just get it out there, see if you're actually able to deliver the results that you promise, see if people care, see if they're willing to pay you, and also importantly again, see if you actually enjoy it. So that's number three, test your idea. Number four then is if it's worked, if you have refined it to the point of tweaking anything based on that feedback that you got and so on, then you can start to get into the details of the next steps that you need to take. You don't at this stage need to have, an in-depth plan for every single action, a complete sort of 50-page business plan for the next 10 years, but certainly it's important to see, are there certain skills gaps you need to fill? Do you need to get a certification? Do you need to get some kind of skill that you don't have, some kind of resource? Anything that certainly is going to take time is important to get now. Maybe you need to partner with a coach or a business mentor, you need a web development team, all these things that you don't have at the moment. So try to sort of write down all those little bits that you're going to need to move forward, just to maintain that momentum now that you have this idea. And then finally, one thing that you can do already now, even if you're not ready to actually launch and run the business, is to build an audience. This is something that takes time. I've talked about in the past that, it's taken me years to get articles out there, to get that traction and to get people responding to me. And certainly you can't, put a website up and from one day to the next have people buying your products. So incredibly important to start sooner rather than later. Even if you're not ready yet to build anything, you want to be thinking about, putting yourself out there, drafting some blog posts perhaps, working on that personal brand, and starting to build that audience that's going to become a community of fans who are going to be hungry for what you offer when you eventually are ready to launch those products and services. So those are the 5 little steps I'd encourage you to follow. If you have that idea, if you've been sitting on it for a while, if you're feeling stuck and you just haven't quite made it a reality yet, you just don't see how to bring it to life. So again, just to recap, number 1, get really clear on what that idea is and how it's going to work. Number 2, check it against your personal criteria. Number 3, go out there and test it. Number 4, outline the steps you need to take. And then number 5, start building that audience. So I hope that was helpful. That was Holger who asked that question, and I'm sure it's a question that several of you have as well. Again, you can get the worksheet at onestepoutside.com/business idea. Hope that was a helpful little tip today on Wednesday, and I look forward to seeing you next week for another Q&A session. Bye for now.